Good morning, folks. We're heading out to Bayside Harley-Davidson and Bayside Ducati up at Portsmouth, Virginia. We're going to check out the Ducati DesertX. Stay tuned. And we may even check out the new Diavo, or maybe the 2022. I'm not sure if the 2023 is on the floor yet. So stay tuned. Like, comment, and subscribe. let's see how this works. Looks like this one has 26.9 miles. Don't know if I'm allowed to start this thing here. Let's see. Let's go to the mode. Let's look at the switches. This is a left handlebar. Ducati nicely stamped on the. This is a right handlebar. Pretty simplistic. Of course, it's a regular key. It's not a key fob on here. It's just a regular key. I'm not sure if it's microchipped or not. But before we do that, you have the ignition position. Pretty standard. So let's turn this on. Excuse my ashy hands here from washing it so many times today on the way down. Pretty nice little display on the way in. Fairly standard these days. On the bottom right, looks like it has the turbidity of the level is. Coolant, excuse me, level is. On the far left is the air temperature. Right now we are indoors. It's about 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, outside is probably around the 40s. The bike is on neutral, as evidence of that big N in the middle. It's currently on touring mode. If you're looking at the tachometer, the digital tachometer, centered, pretty much the biggest thing you have here. I'm not sure, can you flip it to something else, or it's just, so chrono, this is using the mode selector. Going up, settings menu. Okay, let's go to settings menu. Riding modes, info display, fuel indicator. One to say daylight running lights. Display setup. I guess you can set your display. Let's go in here. Different themes. Let's go in there. Light, dark. Let's change it to light. Let's see what happens. Okay, it changes almost right away. Let's change it to dark. Let's see the backlight. Okay, so let's go back. Let's switch it to auto. Switch it to auto. How come you won't let me switch it to auto? Okay, let's go back then. Brightness. Back. Let's go back up. All right, back. You see back twice? Oh, okay. So you could put a pen code on here. I don't know how the pen code works. Date and time, set the date and time. Time calibration. How cool is that? Let's see what's going on. Okay. I think it's just a central, I would say it's probably like a TPMS, but I'll look that up if I can. Turn indicators. Auto off, manual off. I like mine auto off. Oh, let me switch that in. Okay. Let's go back up. Language. What language are there? Of course, Italian, I know. Dutch, Francais, Dutch, Espanol. Okay, the major languages. I don't see any Asian languages. Maybe in the Asian market, they might be different. Units, probably speed, temperature, consumption. There we go back. The trip master precision. Okay. Let's go back to trip master. What does it say? Okay. 0.1, 0.01. This is just to show you what you want to do, how you want to display. Info. What does info provide you? Okay. Tells you what the voltage is on your battery level. Cool. And your RPM. Okay. That's different. What else is it? Or service? Service interval? Let's go back to riding modes. Let's see how that's set up. We have the towing mode. Does it allow you? Okay. Power, ABS, DTC, DWC, EBC. If you know what all these acronyms are, spell them out in the comments. Info mode, back. Let's see what the other ones look like. So let's try and see if we can manipulate something. ABS, 1, 2, 3. Okay, leave it set up for your corner. That's pretty cool. Go back, DTC. Tells you the level of performance that you want, how much help you want. Let's go to road. Okay, you see a performance decreasing as you leave it there at 7. And we go back. DWC looks like it's aiming at your front wheel. Of course, let's see if we go up, it increases how much assistance you get. If you decrease it, decrease. Okay, so it's just a different scale here on the X and Y axis. You have performance or you have stability. Which one would you prefer? Or do you want it somewhere in the middle or somewhat in the middle at 2 or 3? The higher you are, you're in stability zone. The lower you are, I guess more performance is on the rider's hand here. So let's leave it at 3. I think that's probably middle of the road here between stability and performance. So you get the best of both worlds. Let's go back. DQS. It seems to be either on or off. Not sure what DQS means. I have to find that out. If I do, by the time I make this video, I'll just kind of put the text up there. If anyone knows, put in the comments. Default, what does default say? Wait, I think it defaults to a certain mode, restored. I guess someone had it at so I guess it may default to touring. Urban. Okay, DTC, back wheel. The WC, the front wheel. EBC engine in the back wheel. This is what's highlighted. These are new, so not much is really known about them. Power, of course. It's all about, let's look at the power. Okay, you could go high power, mid power, or low power. Go dynamic or smooth. Mid power, smooth seems to be the middle of the road here. We'll leave it at that. High power is to the high power and smooth. Let's go full. It's high power and dynamic. I guess if you went full, you got your hands full. Excuse me if I start to stray. I'm trying to look at both screens together, so apologies. So let's go back. I'll put it on full or high. Let's put it on high. So hopefully they'll let me ride it. This I know what gear it's set at. Let's go back. 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 It's fairly easy. I got used to the toggle really quickly. As you can see, it's my first time touching it. And let's see what Enduro looks like. Power, ABS, that's manages the brakes. DTC manages that back wheel spin, that front wheel spin. EBC has to do with the engine power and the back wheel configurations. DQS, is that the trainee? And info mode, of course, has to do with the display as it is highlighted. Just like all these bikes, the ABS flashes at the very top, and the check oil indicator stays lit. So I don't know what these are. Oh, okay, these are just cutouts. Looks like is this broken or this is just. It just moves like that. There's also a USB connector to the left of the screen. I don't know if this is supposed to be designed like that, or maybe it's for, if you off-road, it has some give. I don't know. It has some give to it. It's nice, solid plexi here. This is what the lights look like sitting inside. Pretty bright. It was a nice beam straight ahead. Let's see what these look like. like amber. Pretty visible. The other side. Should get the rear. Very nice. Really nice. So, okay, not bad. Cancel. Someone's gonna be very happy. It's got a little bowl. It's ready to go. So I think, of course, like anything else, these things here are, it kind of reminds me of the Tiger. I think everyone's kind of making them this way now. This is sort of, I would trust this. You might have one good drop off of this one here, the way this is made. Is there a cap missing? Or I think it's just the way it is. Yeah, I think you got one good drop. This is, of course, adjustable, like most Ducatis. You can bring it in. That's just going out. You can bring it in by just twisting these. Very nice feel to this clutch. Again, excuse my hands. The ABS button. It's not gonna do anything now. The bike is not on, so let me turn it off to conserve the battery. So, just like all Ducatis, the tanks are pretty much this way. Nice front stabilizer. Has a nice rake to it. If you see the way it's sitting. Let me back up a little bit so you can see the rake to this bike. I have to see what that number is, but it's a nice rake to the front of the bike. I could see jumping over things with this fairly easily. Quite a nice rake to it. I think there's a rubber insert. You can take these, you can take this right off. That leaves you with a nice, they're nice. I can see you can have some pretty nice grip, decent grip to this. Fairly easy to take in and put back in. It just kind of course, it gives. This also gives. So, very nice. Engine itself is decent size. You can see how it's hooked to the frame of this bike. What do we have here? Is it Showa? I think it's Showa. It's not Olin's. Looks like this was. Of course, it's chain driven. Okay. Excuse me. It's got 21 fronts and 18 rear. Really nice bike. The exhaust seems to be some sort of. You can see it from here. Can't wait to see how this thing sounds. I'm gonna ask him if I could start it. Hopefully, he lets me ride it in the parking lot, if anything. See the oxygen sensor right to here, fairly decent access to it. You could also adjust the shock on the fly here. So, pretty nice design. So let me see. What else is there? So, it's like all Ducatis, you can see what the level, your oil level is right through here. Let me see if I could lean it over this way so you can see. Okay. See that? Right to the glass. So, nice clean oil. So, the guys are like me, kind of OCD like. You buy those caps for your frame. I like that clean look, but it's not necessary because as soon as you go off-road, you probably lose them on this bike. But pretty cool. Huge tank though. Huge tank. Hard to keep this thing focused with all the lights in here. But as you can see, I like this bike. It's a really nice bike. And let me see if I could stop for a second.